Monday the 31st of January, last day of January, and today I've come to Falmouth to take a walk around in the rain. Now, I was having a chat with one of my subscribers recently. Sally was telling me that she really wanted to have a look around Falmouth, and unfortunately at the moment she's not going through a great time, so I figured I make these videos for you guys, I don't make them for myself. So if there's anything that you want or anything where you want me to visit, obviously Falmouth is right on my doorstep, so at the moment I can do that quite easily without having to worry about the new lockdown free restrictions or anything like that. So this is for you, Sally. I'm going to be honest with you, it's absolutely torrential rain out there. I mean, we're talking like really, really raining. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to take this camera out, this one's going to stay behind, and we're going to switch to that now. Can you tell any difference? Now, I definitely don't need sunglasses today. I'm thinking a hat. Look how miserable it is out there. There's going to be times today when the les gets covered in water, but I will do my best to wipe them whenever I can. So this is the sad reality of where we are at the moment. One of my all-time favourite pubs. Everything's all locked up inside. So far I've been out here for, I don't know, 5 minutes, and I am absolutely drenched, like completely drenched already. Right from the start, said we never grow apart till we reach it down. You wanted me to know. This is the Prince of Wales Pier. Whew, bloody hell. Let's just have a look underneath. So for anyone that's never been under the Prince of Wales Pier, this is what it looks like. Surprisingly enough, there's not many people out here today. The weather's definitely worse out on the pier. So this is the Moor, or Falmouth Moor, whatever you want to call it, and just in front of me here is Jacob's Ladder. So these steps here lead all the way up to a pub called the Jacob's Ladder. It's fine if you're heading up there sober, but when it's time to come down at the end of the night, it's not the best. There's literally like so many pasty shops. You've got Rose there, Warren's just around the corner, and they're just trying to like lure you in with the smell of pasties. But luckily I had my Weetabix this morning. That used to be Marks and Spencer's. That actually closed pre-pandemic actually, so it's been a couple of years, but the town's not really been the same since it closed. It's sad really. Beowulf Books, great bar. So it's a bit of a random concept this, but when you're in there, there's a bar upstairs and you can have drinks and things, but there's also like a little library in there, which you know, if you like reading and you like real ales, this is a good place to go. That was the pier where we just swam, and we've got a bit of low tide, so it'd be rude not to go down onto the beach. It's going to be slippery though. I made it though. Oh. Right, hang on. But you see how wet my trousers are? It's like, that's the colour they should be. And now, back to the shops. See, now I'd really like to get some sort of like really close-ups of the some of the architecture up here, but because the GoPro is such a wide-angled lens, it doesn't necessarily, I mean it's 4K so I could zoom in, but maybe I'll try that. Anne's Cottage, great surf shop. You got Fat Face, or as some call it, Chubby Chops. Boatswain's Locker for all you sailors out there. Hello, sailor. I can't come to Falmouth without showing you this. I mean, again, for those of you that know Falmouth well, you'll know this is here, but I've got to show you anyway. This is such a cool little spot. Look at that on there. Another little beach area. So that window there goes into the Wheelhouse, which is a restaurant here, fish food. I've never been in there, but apparently it pretty much ranks the highest on TripAdvisor, I think. So worth a stop. I'm actually starting to think I should have worn my wetsuit today. Like, something worse than wet clothes that sort of stick to your skin. So this leads us to Quay Street, which is here, leading to my all-time favourite pub, the Chain Locker. For those of you that don't know, I actually used to work here, and where that opening is there used to be the sort of rear entrance to the pub, but they actually had like a big refurbishment back in 2018, I think it was, and that got blocked off because they put a lift in, and down the corridor there now there's a side door that goes into the pub, so that's the back entrance to the pub, and then you've got the restaurant bit, which is up here. Side entrance, private. There's the pub. Quite sad, isn't it? This pub's been around since like 1660. Other than obviously when it was closed for a refurb, which took about 8 months, this year's probably the longest it's ever been shut for since it was built back in the 1600s. I'll give you a proper look around the pub when we can go back in there and give you a good feel for the atmosphere of what it's actually like in there. The front, also a great pub, obviously all shut. I'm winning. Oh, it's empty. Okay, never mind. I thought I was in there. And we have to talk about 5 Degrees West, another really good pub. A mate of mine runs this. It's really hammering it down now. So we're getting to the end of town now, where we've got Event Square, which is just around here. So in the summer we get like loads of like, it's called Event Square because we have events over here. And it's normally like tents and, you know, street food places and you know, like outside bars and things, and it's such a great atmosphere. I'm so longing for things to go back to that way, because Falmouth's such a good place to be. So that's about it from me today. That was my walk around Falmouth in the wet weather. Don't forget to stick a like on this video, because why not? Subscribe, like it, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. I almost forgot to say, leave in the comments, I don't know, love Falmouth. Leave it in the comments.